Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. It is the 1st of August, which means it's the first of the month playlist. We are starting with fall. Can you believe we are already starting with fall, and in 2 months we will be doing Christmas? Oh my goodness, where is this time going? But before we get on with the video, I just want to say welcome to all of you who are new. My name is Brenda, and this is my sweet Oliver. And if you are returning, you guys know how much we love you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number one. I love those falling leaves. Okay, I'm going to start out with two of these wood leaves from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint them with Waverly chalk paints in the color Pumpkin, Hazelnut, and then Folk Arts True Burgundy. And then after they were done, I'm going to take a brush and just kind of doing a little bit of a dry brushing with the burgundy as well as the hazelnut. Because if you look at leaves, they do have a lot of colors in them. They're not all just one plain color. Anyways, so after that was done, I took some of this paper from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to put some Mod Podge on the areas that were not painted. And I'm going to cover it with Mod Podge. Then I'm going to take my scrap paper that I had cut down and I'm going to add it to my little piece there. And then I'm going to go over the top of it with some more Mod Podge. Now, if you can't find these leaves at Dollar Tree, because I think I've had these for a few years and I don't think I was able to, I know at Valentine's Day, I couldn't find the palette looking hearts. So I'm not sure if they still have these or not, but you could always do just the regular leaves this way too. You just use a ruler and a pencil to make your lines. I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife here to cut off the excess. And then this is a sign that I just recently got at Goodwill for $2.99. I'm going to use my little finger sander and I'm going to sand off all of the little stuff that was on there. Again, if you don't have these, you could use the little wood pieces from Dollar Tree to put them together, or you could just use any kind of Dollar Tree signs and put them together. Just make it your own with whatever you have available to you. After I got done sanding it and I cleaned it all off, I was going to do just like a thick dry brushing with my pumpkin. It ends up being basically just painted really well. But after it was all done, I took some of this burlap that has plastic on the back. Now, I got this at Goodwill as well. It was on sale and it was $1.79. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I got it. You guys, I have some of this in my stash. I realized the other day, and I'm pretty sure I got this from Hobby Lobby, but I'm just using my Tight Bond multi-purpose glue, my quick and thick multi-purpose glue. And I'm just going to add it all around my frame or my picture here. And then I'm just going to add my burlap to it. I did let it sit for about 10 minutes just to make sure that it all attached. I did some more distressing with some of the burgundy there and some of the hazelnut along the edges. And then I'm going to use my wood glue and hot glue. I'm putting it right along the back here that is lifted behind it that holds it together. And I'm just going to glue these leaves onto the front of my picture, just like you see right here. And I'm going to do that with both of them. And then after I have them both attached, I don't remember what I did. Okay, I'm going to make I think it was a double loop finger bow. I'm just wrapping my fingers. I'm taking the excess in between my fingers underneath those loops that are on my fingers and then coming up around it and through that loop and then pull tightly. I'm sorry, this is out of frame. Sometimes I get busy doing what I'm doing and I forget to think about whether or not it's in frame. I'm just going to hot glue that bow right to the stem there. And then I took this thankful word that came from Hobby Lobby and a little piece of a block. I'm going to paint them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color hazelnut. Once it's dry, I'm going to use hot glue and I'm going to glue that block to the back of the H. And then I'm going to use my Tight Bond glue on most of it. I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue in some sections and on the end and on that little block, and then glue it to the front of my sign here. And then I'm going to just add a hanger to the back. The nice thing about this, it's so thick that I can just hammer that hanger right in, and it is done. I really love how this came out. I love those colors. I love that paper. I love fall. You'll have to let me know what you think about these in the comment box below. Okay, so today is the first of the month challenge, and this month's theme is fall leaves. I host this every month with my friend Krista with Krista's Crafty Life, and we started our channels around the same time, and I love Krista. She's just so amazing. So if you have not subscribed to her already, make sure you do. Make sure you check out her channel and the playlist. I'll have links to both in my description box below. So DIY number 2. So I got these last year from Hobby Lobby, and I totally forgot to use them. They were $5.99, but I got them at 40% off. I wait and get everything when it's on sale. There's very little that I won't get there on that's not on sale. But anyways, I forgot to use these last year, and so I thought I want to make sure I use them this year. So I'm going to put Mod Podge on the front of each one of these, and then I'm going to take a napkin that I got from decoupagenapkin.com, and I'm just going to, I cut it down. I removed the plies, there's 2 plies behind it. I removed them both from the back of my napkin, and I'm just laying them onto that Mod Podge, and then I'm just going to cover it with some more Mod Podge. Now, I thought about using my heat press on this, but because it is, I guess I do it on wood all the time. I don't know. This just feels like it's, it's it's real wood, although it's all real wood. It just because it's got the bark behind it. I don't know. I guess I was thinking it was more special, which it really isn't. I could have probably used my heat press in it. Anyways, sometimes you have these thoughts and you think they're smart, and then you start thinking about it logically and you're like, oh wait, that's not very smart. Anyways, I trimmed off all the excess napkins, and then I am just taking all 3 of the pumpkin color, the true burgundy color, and then I'm also going to use Folk Arts Antique Green, and I'm going to paint the edges, the white part of the leaves, the sides of the leaves. It's right before it meets the bark on the back, and I'm just going to paint each one of those. And then I'm doing the antique green. I think I called this vintage green on one of my last videos, and it's because Kathy Jo calls it vintage green all the time, and I always have to say, no, it's antique. So then she gets me calling it vintage green. Now she'll be correcting me pretty soon. Once they were all dry, I also took some blocks. I have a ton of these blocks I found in my stash. So I took 3 of them. I painted them the same color. I also took 3 dowels and painted them the same color. My husband drilled holes in the blocks, and he also drilled holes in my leaves for me. And I'm just going to put a little bit of wood glue in each hole. And then as you saw, I added the dowel to the block and then added the leaf to that dowel. And I'm going to do the same thing on the green. I did it on all 3. They were all the same size. If you want to recreate this, you could do, different sizes if you want. If you don't have these blocks, you could do them on a like one of the chunky slats from Dollar Tree. Just make it your own. Do whatever you like and makes you happy. After I had them all connected, I took some of this ribbon. This came from Dollar Tree. I've had this in my stash forever, so I don't know if they still have it or not, but I'm just going to glue it around my block. Now, after that, I made a few just little regular bows, like doing the awareness ribbon like I always do, and I couldn't decide if I wanted the bow right under the leaf, over this ribbon that's going around the blocks, or where the block and the dowel meet. And I sat here for like 10 minutes playing around, and I just could not figure out which one I like the best. So you'll see what I end up picking here in a moment. But I'm just doing the awareness ribbon, scrunching it up in the middle, taking some jute twine and tying it tight in the middle to keep that shape. And then, of course, I will trim off the excess twine and then I'm going to dovetail the ends. You could also just cut the ends at an angle if you wanted to, or leave them blank, but I like to have them dovetailed. And so I just fold it in half and cut at an angle. And then I decided to just go ahead and glue it at the base there. I felt like when it was right up underneath the leaf, it was too busy with the leaf. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. But anyways, I think these came out really, really cute. I wasn't quite sure what to do with them, but I really like how these came out. You have to let me know what you think about these as well. Okay, guys, I just wanted to stop in real quick again and thank all of you guys. You guys are just amazing, and I appreciate all of my subscribers so very much. If you enjoyed today's video and you have not subscribed yet, whether you're new or returning and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that red subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me out. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure you leave a comment in the comment box below. If you are new here, let me know. I'd love to get to know you. And then make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment and all that fun stuff that helps get my videos out for others to see. So I guess with all of that being said, we can continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 3. So on this DIY, it's a pretty easy one, you guys. I'm going to take some of this, I think this is macrame cord. I don't remember where I got it. And I'm just going to glue it to this leaf wreath form. I cut a big section off of this, and then I'm just going to wrap it. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say that takes forever. This only took me about an hour from start to finish. And so, you know, put on your favorite crafting video or crafter like, you know, Rustic and Lace DIY. Maybe Kathy Joe, you know, I'd settle for that too. And I just sat there and wrapped all of this. Now, I didn't even wrap super, super tight because I figure I'm going to kind of cover it, but I just wanted this on there because we all know that hot glue and metal don't really work together. And I wanted to use this mesh ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I wanted it to be glued onto something other than the metal. So that's why I wrapped it. Plus, I think it looked a little nicer behind this that see-through. So I'm going to trim this off here, and I'm going to just hot glue it all the way down the middle of the leaf, and I'm making sure that when I do hot glue it, and that I kind of pull a little tightly so that it is taut. We don't want to have any gaps or wrinkles. And plus it was a little wrinkled at the top, and this just really helped take that wrinkle out. So I'm just gonna go all the way down, and then there was some fuzzies there from the end of my macrame cord. Now when I finished a section of the macrame cord, I did try and make sure it was glued to the back side of it. And then as you can see, I'm just going to go along the edges and glue all of that down so that's all tacked down well. Then I just took my scissors and I cut really close, just being careful not to cut any of the macrame cord. And then I got all that excess off. Now I'm going to make a bow like Kathy Joe does. So I'm going to fold it like you see, and then I'm just going to go around, I think 3 times. I'm making a 3 loop bowl bow. So that was 2, and this is 3. And then after that, I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around the middle, wrap it around all spots, because the last time I didn't do it this way, and she told me I did it wrong. She couldn't understand how I got it to stay tight. I don't know. I have no idea. I just did what I thought I was supposed to do. And I'm just going to pull tight. And then after that, I'm just going to, it wasn't quite in the middle, so I moved that tie to the left a little bit, and then I'm just going to fluff the bow and fluff them, take them out of each other, fluff them all up, and then trim off that extra long tail there. And then of course I'm going to dovetail the ends again by folding in half and cutting at an angle. And then I'm just going to use my hot glue, and I'm going to glue it to the top of my leaf. And then I'm going to take some of these, they're kind of a cloth feeling or fabric feeling leaves. I got these, You guys, I started my channel in 2021. These I got in the fall of that year. It was a box. I don't know how many. Oh, it says it was 500 pieces. I still working on these leaves. They have lasted me, what, 3 years? Yeah. So, if, and I do think I have them in my Amazon store. Hopefully they're still there, but I love them. I've used them every fall on all kinds of things. And that's all I did. Super easy. My husband, of course, loves gold. And so he said this was his favorite DIY. But it is really pretty. It's kind of hard to see with the camera, but up close, it is really pretty with that mesh. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we only have one today. Renee, she's been busy preparing for a craft show, and she made all of those. Great job, Renee. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 4. And if I missed anyone, just send me a note and let me know. My life's been so chaotic lately that yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I've missed somebody. So just let me know and don't be offended. It's just that my life with these grandkids here have been a little hectic. So I'm taking this sign from Dollar Tree and I am removing the hanger. It was just stapled in. I'm taking these leaves from Hobby Lobby and I'm just going to lay them all out in a circle, just kind of like I'm making a wreath. And yeah, I love these little leaves. I think they're so pretty. But anyways, I think I've said this in the past. One of my favorite things about fall is the colorful leaves. I just love it. And the sad thing is we live in Oklahoma and where we live, we don't get to see a lot of color. A couple of years ago, I went back to Oregon for in the fall for a couple of things to visit family, and I was just going, oh, I miss all these colors. I didn't realize how much color we had in the fall in Oregon until I moved here to Oklahoma. But that's one of my favorite things. So I think that's one of the reasons why I love this. But I'm just taking my Tight Bond quick and thick multi-purpose glue. I'm going to glue all these leaves on. And you guys, again, this glue is amazing because it only takes 5 minutes maybe, and you can't even move these. I tried, and I'm like, because it felt like it was a little crooked, it wasn't quite round, and I couldn't move them. They were already done. So, but I'm just going to glue all of them. Didn't take very long at all. I took this Hello Fall from Dollar Tree and painted it with my pumpkin color. I took some tumbling tower blocks. I was going to paint them with my plaster, but I ended up painting them orange because I wasn't thinking. So I'm just using my hot glue to glue the 4 pieces end to end. When I painted those, I did only painted 2 of them with the ends. The other ones I didn't paint. Just, I don't know, I think it adheres a little bit better. Anyways, I'm taking my Tite Bond quick and thick multi-purpose glue again and gluing the back of my Hello Fall. I'm going to add a couple of dabs of hot glue as well. And then I'm just going to glue it to the front of my sign. Super easy DIY, but I think it is really pretty. I think this is going to be one that I'm going to leave in my home. I just love it. But I'm just going to take that strip of tumbling tower blocks with my Tite Bond glue and hot glue it to the back of my sign so that I have a stand. And then when I was going through all of my fall crafting supplies, I found a little bow that I had made that I never used, and I decided I'm just going to use that one. So I just glued that on there. After I did it, I thought, oh, I should have used the one with the leaves. That would make more sense. But I love this one. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well, and which one was your favorite today. And if you're going to be recreating, I'd love to know, and I'd love to see pictures of them. But here is the final reveal, you guys. Make sure you check out Krista's channel as well as the playlist to get all kinds of fall leaf inspiration for your crafting. And I will be back again on, I think, I can't decide if I'm going to do Sunday or Monday, so just have those notification bells set. I haven't just quite decided yet, but make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment and subscribe before you go. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.